Charlotte Phoenix, they're a very strong team, and they're playing phenomenal. They're bringing their A game, and unfortunately for Unitas, they seem to just be getting overwhelmed. We'll see what they can come up with in game number 3. These games have been very explosive, so definitely don't count Unitas out. They could come back in this one.
Ooh, Aiden finds Jamili. Are they going to open on Corlick again? They didn't get anything from him last time, but it looks like they're going for it. Kidney shot, pops the wall. They need to try and get Glidier's medallion. Actually, or every man for himself or a divine shield. They go for a psychic scream. They're not getting it. Corlick should recover here. Now a Hammer of Justice over onto the Priest. Looking for Ring of Frost. Double Dragon's Breath. Perfect shutdown by Jamili. Great control overall. Popping that combustion. Death from above. Reconnect over to Aiden. Cloak of Shadows trades immediately. I think is more than fair for the vendetta and combustion of Charlotte Phoenix. Now CMD trying to control Jamili. Shut him down a bit, but the healer is still locked in a blinding light for 1 more second into a 1-second sap. Aiden critically low. Silenced out of it. Cheap shot on it. Beautiful timing. Clean play. Charlotte Phoenix easily outperforming Unitas. Nick MVP leading with their respective compositions that we've seen to be their most powerful. Let's see how they fare head to head.
Here, Infernion laying down his gate already, trying to get some pressure here onto Zeepai, Monkarn as well, already getting on target. Maro looking to build up some pressure with these Greater Pyroblasts, but so far I think they're just trying to stay back a little bit. Maro actually blinking and offensively getting Infernal stun, so looks like Maro could be in a little bit of trouble here. We got a blinding light into a full sheep here onto Burley. Lightning lasso coming out on Infernion. Infernion's going to trigger out of that one. Double Mortal Call using the Reflect there as
excuse
well.
me?
And Infernion taking so much damage. Still goes down. What?
It's so what that was, Maro's actually, he's playing Memory of Lucid Dreams and the reset bracers.
It's for sure intimidating to play against Wildcard Gaming, especially with Maro and Zeepai on their respective classes. But the gates are now open. It is Wildcard Gaming versus Bergen Boys 1-0.
Yeah, and it does look like they are going to be just going after Looney right away. Monkarn getting a little bit aggressive, but it looks like Zeepai will be the main target. Just a little bit of a poke onto Looney. Full Hammer of Justice, and let's see what Wildcard Gaming is going to be able to get done. Big damage on Zeepai very early on, so it looks like they are going to be going after the Shaman with the Tiger Eye Brew. Lots of magic damage available for Joel and Monkarn, but now the full Polymorph secured. Actually, Polymorph stolen, so Looney's in a Polymorph. Unfortunately, it was in a sacrifice. Joel's just getting absolutely destroyed. That is anti-magic shell, anti-magic zone, basically everything, except Burley's Trinket, which is very important, but that was the big combustion. I'm going to check if he is playing that Memory of Lucid Dreams once again.
He is.
It is absolutely devastating. Trinket, Spirit Link, and this is what I'm talking about. Wildcard Gaming, absolute domination very early on.
Are you kidding right now? That's Icebound Fortitude, that's Anti-Magic Zone, that's Spirit Link Totem, that's Glidier's Medallion. I mean, at least they're alive. I guess that's better than game 1, but it's pretty much everything else. I didn't actually expect the Death Knight to be this easy to take out. Joel's retreating to the pillar. Burley's trying to get back there, but he's intercepted by the Lightning Lasso. Greater Pyroblast. They stopped the Greater Pyroblast, but he's still in a stun lock. Getting blasted down by Zeepai. Everybody caught in the Dragon's Breath. Burley looking to get back to the pillar, but now they're switching their attention to Joel. The power here is just endless right now. Joel is never getting back to full health. This is very surprising. Huge damage from Zeepai. Dark Sim activated by Joel, trying to find a polymorph. I don't think Maro gave it to him. Ring of Frost off of Frost Nova. Cheeky play there by Maro. Blinking with the Greater Pyro and a Blessing of Protection, gets gripped on it. Looking for another polymorph. This could just be it for Joel. And the Magic Shell on 10%, but there's still more crowd control. One Death Strike. Looking for a second one. He really needs it. Doesn't get it. And this is absolutely crazy. Wildcard Gaming closing this game out in less than 2 minutes.
All right, gates are about to open here. I don't know if that same strategy is going to work out. I want to see something different here from the Bergen Boys. Maybe Looney all in is what I wanted to see last game, and it looks like they might be going for it. Greater Pyroblast, Poly both interrupted, and Looney, look at his position. He's already on the opposite side of the map. Ring of Frost secured, no interrupts for this. Maro's going to have to get stunned, and Ring of Peace. Zeepai going after Monkarn with that lasso. Doing a decent job here with the damage. Not forcing out anything just yet, though. No touch of Karma. Now finally gets connected onto Looney. He pops the Karma.
Oh,
and
Pyro!
the next sweep.
It's over!
Monkarn.
It's over!
Relax, Zico.
What am I going to do, man?
Oh my gosh. That was 10 seconds faster than the first game.
I found the one. That's the one.
Leave Carl alone.
He's trying his best. It's just he's not coordinated. It's unfortunate.
It's not his fault. Okay, well, with that, it is Wildcard Gaming versus Xset. Xset up 1-0 for game number 2.
Oh, they find a sap on Looney.
Sap.
They're going on Z-Pie?
Yeah, sap on Looney. Yeah, big damage. I like that they're mixing it up a little bit. Maro trying to defuse the situation, getting Polymorphs onto Raikou. Maro has. I'm really curious to see what build Maro is going to be playing here. I'm going to take a look at his gear really quick because he's actually playing all Expedient. So I was wondering what was going on with his haste, but he has a ludicrous amount of haste with this gear setup, and it's going to allow him to get Polymorphs out of thin air and potentially even greater Power Blast.
All right, aggressive plays here by Wildcard Gaming in their builds. Will they get punished? Looney's in a polymorph. Z-Pie is stun locked up. They're controlling Raikou, trying to stall damage for now. They managed to stall it just in time. Looney's avenging his wrath up. He's moving in for a hammer. Doesn't it look like he has it? They're going to go for a counterspell instead. Smoke Bomb gets dropped in a surprise fashion. Looney repositions, gets Dragon's Breath on his reposition, looking for polymorphs. Not finding it. Raikou Windshirt on that polymorph. Chaz is controlled. Waz is taking a huge hit. He's going to Cloak of Shadows that Greater Pyro. Leaving Maro open with a full Expedient build could be devastating. They've got him polymorph. Chaz is crossing midfield. Z-Pie trying to reposition. Looney pre-Vitality Conduits the polymorph. Nice play, but he's still in control for a little bit. Big Earthshock on Waz. He gets gripped out of range of the burst damage. Line of sights with Chaz and recovers. Good response. I like how Wildcard Gaming are playing the big map with this Wizard Cleave.
I think they've realized Maro has no versatility whatsoever, and they should probably just go after him. I mean, he was the best target in the last game, and I don't think he was playing haste. So now it's going to be a complete nightmare for Maro to survive. However, they're just getting pressure. So sometimes the best defense is a good offense. They're going for a big damage swap over onto Maro. This could easily be the ice block, and it
Massive
is.
spell.
And that's the risk. The Massive Spell comes in, blind onto Looney, and Maro is just burning down and taken down. Wildcard Gaming coming out with a curveball, but the thing is, if you're the target, having 18%, 17% versatility probably isn't going to cut it.
Do you think this is a good choice here from Wildcard?
Well, they have a 100% win rate here, so I think it's a good pick in terms of map. And since they're not playing like Warrior Mage or something, it feels like they are dead set that this is their best bet against Xset. And I'll see you guys in the replay room.
Let's go here. Match point. Xset's Rogue Mage Priest dominating. And that actually excites me for North America to see teams like Unitas, who are kind of the Rogue Mage Priest specialists, playing that comp almost exclusively. So I'm very excited to see North America after this. But we still need to conclude this series. Will the 100% win rate, the perfect win rate, remain for Wildcard Gaming on Tolvaron? They're starting with triple crowd control already. Blessing Protection and Sacrifice right before the Smoke Bomb. That might have been an ice block if that wasn't clutched out so quickly by Looney. Chaz moves out into midfield, looking to reposition. Looney's chasing him down, looking for Hammer of Justice. Chaz gets caught in a polymorph hex onto Raikou, 3 versus 1 over onto Waz. Lightning Lasso, but not enough damage to really do too much to him. Polymorph now over. Chaz is going to pick him up in a hurry. Looney gets caught in a polymorph. He pre-Vitality Conduits, but it may not be enough. It was nerfed recently. If they can continue the chain, they sap out of the polymorph. Go for the Garrote into the cheap shot. Beautiful setup for the Psychic Scream, but Chaz gets stunned on it. Not able to find it. Divine Favor. No spell steal opportunity. Maro's still just taking a beating. He's just not able to recover. There's no Avenging Wrath. They go for the Holy Avenger, trying to get whatever amount of throughput they can to stabilize Maro. And Xset are just happy to retreat for the moment, kind of re-engage at a later time when it's safer to do so.
Maro is playing so aggressive in this matchup, just shimmering in, out of line of sight, now full polymorph on Looney. This is not the Wildcard Gaming you normally expect. They're very calculated with their defense. Maro with this haste build is playing extremely reckless, and it might end up costing him, and it does. Maro gets mind-controlled on his Cauterized. There's no ice block, unfortunately for Wildcard Gaming, and that, I would have to say, is the most one-sided we have, I feel like, ever seen this series between these two teams.
Cloud9 versus Turtle, game number 2. Can Turtle tie it up, or is Cloud9 going to put themselves on match point with game 2 victory?
It's going to be pretty important here to see who actually claims the pillar, because if Gex stays in the room, I feel like this is a pretty advantageous position for C9. But maybe they just want to sit in the room and just try to wait for like dampening a bit before they make a big push and just try to conserve their mana to the point when they get there. But I don't know if that's going to be the right line of play. We'll see if it works out for them. Right now it looks like they're going to go for Wealthy Man here in the opening stages at least.
They are staying on target a lot better here initially, but Polymorph slips through. Crowd control into both healers, but Side Foxy, it's just anytime he's trying to get anything done, he's just dead. He's already so low on health, trying to run for the hills, but Gex is still interferes. This is going to be over under a minute. Huge damage. Cloud9 closes it out in under a minute here against Turtle.